debt is consuming people, and it's not only consuming their pocketbooks, it's consuming their minds. And we need people with clarity right now to make better decisions. And to say that the last 3 years should have been a wake-up call for you financially, emotionally, family-wise, anything is an understatement. And if we can't learn from the mistakes of the past, then we are doomed to repeat them. And that's why I want people out of debt right now and getting ready to absolutely crush it in this next market cycle.
We are on location, StockPulse.com, at the Vancouver Resource Investment Conference 2023, and I bumped into this guy, the Ninja.
Oh, it's easy to bump into me. I'm quite large. Hey, everybody, how you doing?
Yeah. So, hey, good to see you, man.
Yeah, you too.
It's been a while here.
I know.
I guess in Spokane, several months ago, the Silver Symposium. And
yeah, I'm looking forward to going back.
Yeah, we're going to Coeur d'Alene.
That's going to be nice. That resort is incredible. Like, yeah.
Absolutely.
Mrs. Ninja's looking forward to that.
Excellent. Yeah, so I see you all over the place. A lot of views, you're vocal. What a time to be alive. What is the most important front and center story for Ninja right now?
Getting at people out of debt. That is literally it. Like, debt is consuming people, and it's not only consuming their pocketbooks, it's consuming their minds. And we need people with clarity right now to make better decisions. And to say that the last 3 years should have been a wake-up call for you financially, emotionally, family-wise, anything is an understatement. And if we can't learn from the mistakes of the past, then we are doomed to repeat them. And that's why I want people out of debt right now and getting ready to absolutely crush it in this next market cycle.
That's easier said than done. How do you get out of debt when you've got an economy in the shape that we have ours?
Yep.
So there's no savings rate.
Yeah. So one way is you literally stop spending. I'm not joking. Like everybody that walks up and goes, I don't have any money for silver, and I go, what's your favorite coffee? And I'm not joking. They always say Starbucks, and I go, yeah. Put down the Starbucks, buy McDonald's coffee, and you now have a silver dime in your hand. You have zero excuses, and that's what they have. Everybody has the ability to get out of debt. Now there are some people that have to go the bankruptcy route, things like that, and I wish the best for them. But that is also an alternative. And the thing is that there's people that come to me all the time and they're like, dude, I'm having to get into bankruptcy. And I go, well, are you going to repeat that same cycle again? Because I see so many people repeating those same cycles. And that's the thing, everybody has the opportunity. It sounds funny, but my buddy, Chris Taylor, financial prepper, he did a story about how important it was to lose weight and get healthy. He said, let's do it by intermittent fasting. And he said, let's only eat one meal a day, clean up our health, and then take that an additional $15, and every 2 days you buy yourself an ounce of silver. So literally, there's no excuse right now. In a lot of ways, sometimes you got to take it down a notch. Maybe you got to sell your Land Rover and go buy a Honda Civic. Or maybe you got to actually move out of your overpriced rental and get into an apartment. You know, live like you were poor, live like no one else today, so that you can live like no one else tomorrow. And I've been doing that for so long, to be honest with you. I now want to go out and buy some fancy cars. I still can't even pull the trigger, you know? But that's going to be fine, because that cycle's next.
Yeah, I was just going to say, when is that cycle coming? Because I've been hearing about this Lambo for a while.
Yeah, third quarter of this year, actually, this will happen. And the reason why it's going to happen in third quarter is because two really miserable, horrible quarters from Carvana and from CarMax and that, yeah, people are going to be running for the hills. We're seeing Meacham, the auto sales, we're going no bid. I mean, this is exciting for me. And so we're already seeing high-end cars like Lamborghinis. The other day I was looking at a Lamborghini, $80,000. And I'm like, hey, this is a beautiful car. I'm like, but I'm not going to buy it today. I'm going to wait till it's $45,000. And that day is coming. I saw that exact same cycle play out in 2010, where my dream car, Ferrari 355, went from $80,000 to $45,000. And now it's back up to $100,000. It's going to pull back. And so this next one, I'll go buy my collection.
So, and there's different cycles, obviously. There's a time to really swing for it. It's time to be careful. I think you're talking about being careful, but I think you also, if you're in the right space, have an opportunity to, as you say, kill it.
Yeah.
And that's coming.
Okay, well, let's talk about cycles in space right now. Precious metals, that's where I'm at. I'm still owning crypto, but I'm still very severely weighted in gold and in silver. I actually like silver more, but it's so volatile. Is because we're going into a currency crisis. We are in a currency crisis right now. We watched Saudi Arabia literally give the slap to America and say, not only are we going to stop doing it in dollars, we're going to go hook up with our girlfriend China. And I mean, it's getting real. And it's like, it's so crazy. They make that announcement, and then 6 months later they go, we just want to make sure you guys got what we did. And it's not only for 50 years, like what we did with you, it's for 50 years and beyond. This is getting real. And so what do they say as Gerald Celente, when all else fails, they take you to war? Well, guess what? There's a 4-star general out there saying that we're going to be going to war with China by 2025. The war drums are beating. So the cycle for me right now is precious metals. The resource sector is so starved of attention, but I get excited. There's all these people like, I just wish we'd go do better. It's like, are you freaking kidding me? I want to own the actual mine. I don't want, a quarter of 1%. I want like 3%, 4% in a position.
How are you going to accomplish that? You actually got a good entry point here. A lot of these things have been beat down so far. How do you pick a winner out here, Ninja?
I listen to you. Yeah, you have to be the first thing you're saying.
Good idea.
No, honestly, negotiations, and there's a big difference between companies that want to do a lot of promotion that because they don't have the metal on the ground. There's a lot. Who invested in that company? Were the C-suite execs, the board members, part of winning teams in the past? Did they actually have a discovery, or were they part of broken down, beat down companies that were run by honestly lifestyle CEOs? That's a big thing. So there's a lot to know about this, and what's really cool is the leverage. These equities compared to the precious metals is insane. But when you have, in a bull market, they're all going to go up. But when you have the ones with the proven gold, or the proven silver, or uranium, or whatever we're talking about, they do so much better. Not only a bull market, but they also hold a lot more value in a down market.
Yeah. What's fast forward here to New Year's Eve? We're having a cocktail. What's the biggest news story of the year, you think?
Well, first off, what kind of cocktail?
Your choice. Whiskey?
Yeah, that would be nice. Or maybe a martini.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm wearing a suit.
A couple bowls of loudmouth soup.
Sweet. Okay. And so, what's the question now?
The question is, what was going to be the biggest financial story of the year?
Oh, how did it happen? So fast? Like this came out of the blue, because literally people are literally walking around in a cloud, in a fog. That's the thing. That is the truth. People are getting rights taken away from them faster than you can shake a stick at. And one of those rights is literally, what is Joe Biden just trying to do? They're looking to, over the country, help renters to be able to pay less in rent or to get away with more delinquencies. Think about that. It's going to be such a shock to people. But to us in this space, as it's going up, and we're seeing gold over $1,900. It's literally where it started the year last year. Took that dip and it's reset. The stock market is not reset like that. Oh. This is exciting. I mean, this is going to be cool.
No, I agree with that sentiment here. You've got these juniors at such a level.
Yeah.
You almost, I don't want to say can't lose. Don't quote me on that. Yeah. But you're right. I think the bet makes more sense now than it might have a year ago. Certainly.
Yeah, and junior mining companies, as a matter of fact, the whole space is so still attached to the stock market. We saw that in 2008, right? The greater market sold off. We saw the spot price of gold and silver come down, which drastically affected the miners. But what people don't realize is when gold found its bottom about 6 weeks after Lehman crash and took off, it started a multi-year terror taking those equities with it. The stock market did not stop dropping until that spring, and then people still did not see it bottom and take off. Nothing like what happened with gold. And the reason why that happened is because the Fed excessive printing. Now, to say that the Fed's about to start printing a lot of money to deal with inflation as people start to literally hit the streets, and I think that's what you're going to see in 2023. I think in the fall, it is going to hit fever pitch. The heat of the country during the summer is going to draw on people's emotions, and I think you're going to see riots in the streets, literally over food not coming in time, or literally the cost of eggs. I mean, it's absolutely insane.
Yeah, you've been talking about this a lot on your channel, so give everyone the 411 if they don't already know how to find this guy here.
Just type in ECON Ninja, and that's it. No, Economic Ninja. I'm joking. I can't spell.
That's the Economic Ninja. We're here at the Vancouver Resource Investment Conference. Always good to get the insight.
You too, man. See you later.
All right.
We're out.